You haven't verified yourself.
No, I can't afford $20.
Dadvertising. Dadvertising. Digital dads doing the thing. Running business while raising kids. Dadvertising.
Hello, boys and girls. I hope they're well. Since they cannot respond due to the format of the show, I'll answer for them. I'm great. Thanks, Alan.
That's the way. All right. So what are we talking about today?
We're talking about...
Alexander.
Hello, Alan. Welcome to Dadvertising, everyone.
Welcome doing things backwards today.
Welcome to Dadvertising. And speaking of doing backwards, we're doing a countdown.
Countdown.
We're doing a countdown.
It's the final countdown.
Could be our final countdown if you keep singing on the podcast, Alan. My word. I just saw our ratings. It's dropping.
Ratings, people are just dying, just stopping listening.
The producers behind the window are doing the old chopping the neck thing.
Yeah.
No, there's no producers. We're in a beautiful podcast studio in Brookvale, surrounded by relatively obscure vinyl records.
Glass case of emotion.
It is. It can be.
Yeah.
It can be. It's a foam case of emotions.
Foam case
and of fun and of knowledge in this episode today. Today we're talking about the agency starter pack.
This was a fun idea.
Alan and I are extraordinarily successful businessmen, and we know everything.
Are we?
We know, I'd say, nearly everything. And so when it comes to starting an agency, we know exactly what you need.
Yes.
And we've chalked it down to, what is it, 7?
7 points.
7 things you 100% must have, otherwise you'll never succeed as an agency.
Yeah.
And
So
we're going to count them down from 7.
Yeah. So if you own or run or ever worked with a digital marketing agency, this is going to be a little bit of a giggle. So we're going to start from number 7 and go all the way through to 1.
What's number 7?
Number 7. I help X get to Y in your bio.
Classic. You got to have the I help
and
statement.
I'm so guilty of this as well. I can't remember what my original one was because it changed.
I help business owners generate social media content in... It's handy. It's handy. It's the I help statement is very, very handy.
Yeah.
You need that. It lets people know what you do. It's the time when it's annoying is when someone adds you as a friend and you don't know who this person is and you click on their profile. It's like, I help coaches scale using soul-driven systems and that sort of thing. And it's like, okay, I understand
Generate
that.
leads using chatbots or something like that.
Are you talking to me? I get it. It's promotion, but I think it's done now. It's done.
I think so.
A lot of the stuff we're talking about it worked 7 years ago.
Oh yeah, but like there is everyone's flogging it now. So,
Totally. Yeah. Which and it's like there's systems that worked.
Yeah.
And probably still continue to work. I mean, I don't know what my bio says. I think mine says. I'll tell you what mine says.
Mine says 6 months worth of video content filmed in 2 days.
Mine says log enthusiast, optimistic horticulturalist, and director of To the Moon Digital.
Oh, logging enthusiast.
Logs.
Yeah, beautiful.
Because I love my fireplace.
Yeah, beautiful.
I love my fire pit. So get your I help statement sorted. I help.
Yeah.
Ideal client.
It's also good for networking as well.
It is good for networking. Yeah. Which we love. We love. You can tell because we're in the co-working space and we've never said a word to anyone in here except for the receptionist.
Exactly.
Who is lovely and very good at organising
Thanks,
biscuits.
Hannah.
Thank you, Hannah.
Yes. All right.
Number 6.
Number 6, the Facebook blue tick or the Instagram blue tick that you can now purchase now.
Get verified no matter the means.
I know. And look, you haven't verified yourself?
No, I can't afford $20.
I would prefer to verify my business account, but I did verify my personal accounts.
Yep. I saw that.
And I've since stopped. It wasn't for any other reason other than I got sold on the protection side of things because it's like there's lots of plus also there's people who I've seen their accounts get hacked on Facebook. Like you would see heaps of people in this space as well. And the hardest thing is to get help when someone takes over your account
Yep.
or whatever. And apparently, like, I sort of went down that path. So I don't know. I might even do this in the future, which is even funnier, the fact that we're talking about it. I would honestly prefer to just sort of lock up my business account.
I'm going to
verify.
petition Mark Zuckerberg to let us verify our accounts for a security reason without this sort of ego boost of having the blue tick next to your name.
Well,
Why can't they be separate?
Well, it's always going to come with the ego boost.
Yeah, I know. Well, that's the thing. So I think for me personally, and I know lots of friends who have the blue tick,
Yep.
self included, the value of that tick went out the window the second you didn't need other people to verify you. You could just purchase it.
Yeah.
And so, but it's going to definitely help your agency succeed. That's why it's number 6 on the list.
Exactly. Number 5, and this is the most cringeworthy one, as seen on Fox.
Well, it's the
CBS.
perfect segue. The perfect segue.
Yeah.
If you're getting verified by other people, you know.
What the fuck are you not doing on Fox, on CBS,
Well,
on Forbes?
as seen on Forbes. And we'll note, Al and I have done every single one of the things on the list.
I haven't done this one.
I've done that one.
Oh, have you?
I did that one a few years back. Yeah.
So you pay someone and they put you on all the things?
So basically what you do is you pay for, it's a press release. And paid press releases are definitely nothing wrong with the paid press release. Local papers, everyone does it.
Yeah.
The problem with the as seen on the Fox thing is that what they're doing is they're putting you on some obscure back link of Fox Arkansas.
Yeah.
You know, NBC of freaking Anchorage, Alaska. And it's a page you can't even find unless you already have the link. So it's just a backlink, really, and it's almost an incognito hidden page. So you are...
So you can tick off the fact that you are, therefore, on Fox.
Yeah, you are.
CBS.
You're on Fox and CBS.
But good luck finding it.
It's not lying. It's just, it's poetic. Like, it's promotion. It's marketing.
Yeah.
You know, and so once again, it was impressive until everyone figured out you just pay $200 to do it.
Exactly.
And so I've done a bunch of paid press releases in various magazines, that sort of thing, and I've got clients from it.
Oh,
But
you have?
not from the Fox NBC thing.
Yeah.
But in, you know, there's like Australian magazines you can do it with.
Yeah.
And you sit down, you write a proper content article about yourself, and it's on the front page of a website. And when you Google your name, you can find it.
Yeah.
And sometimes I've been approached and been put in articles off the back of other ones and not paid for it. So there's definitely arguments for self-promotion.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. I've worked with a PR coach, and I got in Mamma Mia by doing, and a few other things by writing some bits and pieces. But yeah,
you do it for yourself. You write for yourself, and it's kind of like paying for a photo with Gary V.
Yes.
You know.
Yeah.
Everyone knows you pay for the photo.
Yes.
It's still kind of cool.
Yeah.
You know. So nothing against it. At least I'm guilty of
we're
it.
just honestly taking the piss
Out of ourselves.
out of
And
ourselves
the
because
industry.
we've done these things that we've mentioned.
It's no longer on my website. It's been replaced with the legitimate places I have been featured.
Yeah.
Which is a good feeling.
All right. Number 4.
Did we skip number 5? Oh, no, we did.
No,
5.
that was number 5. Number 4, putting the in front of your name.
Sounds obscure. But everyone's personal branding.
Yes.
Right? And so you've got Triple Effect Video.
Yeah.
Alan Howle runs Triple Effect Video.
Yeah.
To the Moon Digital, run by Alex Morris.
Yeah.
The best way to find success and add authority to your personal brand, almost similar to the blue tick, is to say the Alan Howle, the Alex Morris.
I don't think I've done this.
No, neither have I. No,
Okay.
I actually did have one of my Instagram accounts, but like 10 years ago, before I had a business, was the real Alex Morris, just as an ego joke.
Oh, really? Because I used to think that people only do the or the real because they can't get their actual @handle username.
It was a joke for me because a celebrity would do that.
Yeah.
Because if you've got 12,000 Jason Statham fan pages,
Yes.
then the real Jason Statham with a blue tick used to mean that's the real
Yeah,
Jason Statham.
exactly.
Shout out Jason. Shout out
Jason Statham.
Shout out Jay Stay. But yeah, nowadays I think the truest way to propel your personal brand into the stratosphere is to make sure people know it's you.
Yes.
It's the Alan Howle.
The
It's
real one.
either by putting it's Alex Morris
Yes.
or the Alan Howle,
yes.
because there's no mistaking that you are a successful individual. Once your Instagram and once you combine that with the blue tick and the I help statement, and then the next point we're going to get
immediate success.
my goodness, especially when you if you combine all of these steps together.
Yeah, there is no
me.
way. There is no way you can be unsuccessful.
People say there's no such thing as overnight success. This is
But
a
this is
formula for it.
the formula for overnight success. Correct.
7 steps to overnight success.
All right.
Step 3, Alan.
Step 3 is black t-shirts with your logo.
Because how could you possibly afford a T-shirt unless you were crushing it? An absolute
Exactly.
powerhouse.
So, funny story. Obviously, for those listening, I'm wearing my black t-shirt with my red logo on it, and I've always done this. And I find that typically business owners do this. Oh, like for me, I've got 16 of these shirts.
It's the only shirt I've ever seen you wear.
It's 16 of these shirts with the red logo. Buy them in bulk once every 18 months or so.
Yeah.
Wear them, and then
So you go through almost one shirt a month.
yeah, pretty much like on
What are you
rotation.
doing to these shirts? What do you need?
Just wearing them.
What do you need?
Get out
18
and
new
about.
shirts every 18 months.
Get out and about.
Fair enough.
And yes, and so so I'll typically bulk buy a whole bunch of shirts, but it's one of those things that, like, I do it off the back of a quote from Steve Jobs. I don't know if it's Steve Jobs but it's just one less decision you have to make.
Yeah, they all
as
say
to
that.
what you're wearing today.
Yeah.
And so I love it. Like, I love just not having to think about it. Like, especially because I travel a fair bit. I literally pack 3 to 4, just depending on how many days, 3 to 4 shirts, and they're all the same.
Yeah.
And the only problem is just working out which ones are dirty. It's typically which ones are folded.
Quick sniff.
Which ones are folded are typically the ones
Yeah.
that are clean. The ones that are scrunched up and thrown into my suitcase, they're the ones that are dirty. So.
In the side pocket. Like
Yeah. Now I've gone to the system with the
corner.
side pocket. Yeah.
the underpants corner, you know.
Exactly.
Side note, you travel a lot. When you stay overnight, do you unpack in a hotel room?
No, I just flip open my suitcase.
How many days in a hotel room does it take you to unpack, or would you ever unpack?
I never unpack.
I unpack the second I get there.
Oh, really?
Every time, yeah.
Really?
Yep.
Oh, nah, fuck that. No, the
My wife
only
never
thing
does.
that I will only take out what I need. Like, for example, any videographer will appreciate this problem, is that whenever you're going to film, especially if you've got to film the next day, the first thing that you do is you pull out your 4-point connector, your 4-point switchboard thing. You start charging your camera batteries, your microphones, and anything else that you need to charge overnight. And you pull out your laptop and you start uploading all of your footage to Dropbox or wherever it's got to go.
Yeah, nice.
That's my system. Before I can switch off, that's the last thing. Like, the first thing that I do is you typically do a wee, then jump on my laptop, start uploading footage, and then, like, typically I from that point on, I'm out. Like, I'm
Right.
yeah,
Get,
like either ordering Uber Eats or just
getting on TripAdvisor, figuring out where's the
just
best
trying
place.
to do fuck all, like putting on a movie,
Yeah.
just switching off. Yeah,
Find out a good place to go rollerblading.
absolutely.
Bringing it
That's
back. Yeah, cool, man. Yeah. But
So
work
that was
shirts. I actually,
black shirts,
I do
yes.
need some work shirts though, so I've got to get the number of
Yes.
the guy doing the work shirts.
Yes.
Because we've rebranded.
Yeah.
My one work shirt has the old logo on it,
Mm-hmm.
and without sounding egotistical, it is too small for me now. My shoulders are broader than they used to be, and it makes the shirt look too short.
Yeah, right.
If that makes sense. But I
Yeah.
have recently found out I have a long torso.
Yeah.
I
Well,
always-
that's why I always buy the longer
Long line
shirts.
t-shirts. Hey, how good.
Yeah.
Long line black t-shirts with a logo.
You
Step
can't go
3.
wrong. Success written all over it.
Literally.
Okay, number 3 or number 2. We're down to number 2.
Yeah. Here we go.
This is actually quite like having an Audible account. Are you a real digital marketing agency owner if you don't own or don't have a subscription to Audible?
Got to have Audible because you're always on the go. You're too busy to read a book.
Really, like it's the like I was thinking like does, you know, having a coach, like typically most digital marketing agencies have some sort of coach or mentor that they work with initially. But even if you take that out, that variable out, this has to be it. Like, and I'd say Rich Dad, Poor Dad has to be.
You kick off with
The Secret.
Robert Kiyosaki. Yeah. So you got to have just completely disparate mentors so that one day you are listening to Rhonda Byrne, doing The Secret, trusting everything's going to happen.
Yeah.
While simultaneously listening to Grant Cardone telling you got to work 17 hours a day.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you're a failure. You got 60 grand in the bank, you're broke. Your family's a failure. You know, so listening to the two at the same time can actually be helpful, despite the fact that they're completely opposite messages that will inevitably confuse you.
Exactly.
It's really good to be able to screenshot and show people that you are listening to personal development books on the regular.
Exactly.
And we do actually have a show coming up talking about our
the
favorite.
best. Oh yeah, there's some good ones. There's some good ones,
which is a good one. And I think we all started off with Grant Cardone and Gary Vee, The Secret, Rich Dad Poor Dad, David Goggins.
Yes.
Because running a long way makes you better at marketing.
Yeah.
I find.
Correct.
Especially if you do it with no shirt when it's raining.
Yeah. Exactly.
Preach.
Preach. Yeah. Absolutely.
And here we go. The number one key to success in starting your marketing agency.
Are you a real marketing person? Do you actually run a successful online agency if you haven't written a story post?
Got to do a story post. Tell us a story. Well,
there's like we've written social media posts, but there's a couple of different types of posts here.
We've kind of bundled three top ones.
Yeah, the three top ones. Yeah. So these include story post of your journey from 0 to hero. I love that. I used to actually teach this. This is the fun. This is the most ironic part of it.
Okay.
Yeah. 0 to hero post, or the ones that you see, watch this space.
Love watch this space. Big things happening. Can't say too much.
You know the worst part? Your worst part about that is that was the last video that I posted. My end of year review. I was like, I talked about this podcast and I was like, cannot wait to show you what's in the future.
That's fine because it's
no.
You went into some detail. You went into some detail.
No, but watch this space. Watch what's coming.
What?
Yeah. It's a typical one that you see.
The big things happening. You know, so excited. I can't say too much. These things.
Yeah.
That we're all guilty of doing in years 1 and 2.
I still do it.
Still doing it.
I'm still doing it. I'm a culprit.
You're doing it when you have something coming.
Yes.
I think that's the difference. It's saying it as a
when you've got nothing when you've got nothing happening.
As a replacement for actual news.
Exactly.
Using it as news.
Watch this space.
Is the big one. And I think what we're trying to get to here, every one of these.
Oh, the last one was flexing how hard you're working.
Got to flex. And the best way of doing that is showing yourself at a cafe with your laptop.
Or how early you get up.
Oh, my goodness.
Or how late it is.
The best time to do sales is pre-6 a.m., post-11 p.m. That's when people want to talk to you.
Exactly.
You know? I get this. I always see this like, why aren't you up working? What would I be doing? What would I be doing? Like, this outside of like, doing like systems and blog posts, what are you actually doing?
Yeah.
When you're working, burning through the night. I hear people say, I pulled an all-nighter. I get it if you're like coding a website.
Yeah.
But if you're in a service-based business that you literally can't do things overnight. So you can edit video.
Yes.
For sure. We can build funnels. But if someone's ads are running that day, me looking at them overnight, it's not going to make them run differently.
Exactly.
So you know what will? Getting a fucking good night's sleep.
Yeah, exactly.
Being on point for your clients, not hating every conversation because you slept last night
100%.
and you're not exhausted. But unfortunately, I'm not a massively successful businessman. If you want to be, burn your bed. Tony Robbins says burn the boats.
Burn the bed.
Burn the bed. I go to bed.
Yeah.
I go to bed at 2 a.m. I wake up at 1:30. Right? I am giving sleep back. That's how little I saw some dude the other day, right? I follow this amazing Instagram account called Baller Busters.
Yeah.
And it's just like digging into these fake gurus.
Yeah.
And they got this one guy, jacked, tatted up, big watch. Like my watch, I think was $100. I think we bragged about that in my last filming session.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, just getting interviewed, that another white boy with a podcast, that kind of thing. And so he's going, I got up at 2:45 a.m. I've done 3 workouts today. I drove like 4 hours. I've made 80 grand. And tonight I'll go to bed at 11. And the guy's like, wow, you're amazing. And I'm like, wow, you're fucking lying.
Exactly.
You know?
Yeah.
You cannot, none of that makes sense. You can't function on 3.5 hours sleep multiple nights in a row. You certainly can't work out. And even if you did, you're certainly not maintaining or building muscle on that.
Yeah.
And maybe you did make 80 grand today, but the fact that you slept 3 hours had nothing to do with it. Because when did you have time to make 80 grand if you were working out 3 times and driving 4 hours? That's 7 hours.
Exactly.
Liars.
Exactly.
But it's the way to get ahead these days.
100%.
Stop sleeping. Work out more than you work.
Post yourself whilst you are working late at night.
Yeah.
You'll be successful.
It's huge.
You'll be
Stay
successful.
up late.
Just stick to the plan. If you can follow these 7 steps, you'll have success in 24 hours.
Let us know. Leave a comment on this episode as to how many, do we dare say hundreds of thousands of dollars you made?
Yeah.
Or
Millions.
Millions.
Yeah.
If you crack the 2 Combat Club, if you crack 7
Billions.
figures.
Sorry.
Well, we know billions have been created with this list.
Yes.
Is it overnight? No. 1 year? Definitely.
Yeah.
This is the...
It could be. It might not be 24 hours, but it might be 48 hours.
This is 7 steps to 8 figures.
Yeah.
No, what's billion? 9 figures.
9 figures.
This is 7 steps to 9
Just make
figures.
it 20 figures.
What's 20 figures?
Who knows?
I think that's what Andrew Tate makes, 20 figures.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right.
Good for him.
Great success. Like, there is no doubt you'll be successful if you just follow these steps.
We really hope you do. Or just keep listening to the show.
Yeah.
Listen to real experiences from 2 guys who have made a lot of mistakes and continue to grow in one way or another. And hopefully that'll drive you in the right direction.
I hope so.
Fingers crossed.
Fingers crossed.
See you next
Thank
week.
you for listening.
See you next week.